Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock, which means it's time for another video. Now today, I am back with a mat test, which has rapidly becoming the most popular video on this channel. If you don't know what the mat test is, the idea is very simple. I have somebody who works in my office. His name is Matt. He works in the sales department. He knows about magic. His job is to sell magic to lay people. His job is to get people to book us to go out and do shows and do close-up gigs. So he knows how to sell magic. He understands how important magic is. However, he's basically a muggle. He doesn't really understand much about magical techniques. And that's where the mat test comes in. I show him a trick, and sometimes it's a new trick, sometimes it's an old trick, and I get his opinion. Now, Matt is very analytical. If he thinks he can work something out, he will. He's picked up on stuff over the months and years that he's worked with me. He understands some principles. He's even aware of some plots in magic, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. If you really like something, he lets you know. If he doesn't like something, he lets you know as well. But he is one of these people that you would love to perform for because he just loves magic. Anyway, I'm going to show him a trick this week, and this is a really interesting one. So on Sunday, and if you haven't seen the video on Sunday, you can go and check it out. On Sunday, I did a review show special on Sankey Magic, on some of Jay Sankey's material, some of his new stuff. And I looked at 4 items, and one item in particular I gave 20% to, and I said I didn't like it, and it's called sound waves. And the idea is it's a piece of paper that you've ripped out of out of a magazine. It's like a piece that you've ripped out of a magazine with the top 100 songs on it. You have somebody select a song and you tell them what it is. And I said I didn't like it. Now, the reason I said I didn't like it, there were 2 reasons. The first reason is it's not examinable. I said it uses the old number 9 force. And the problem with the old number 9 force is in order for the trick to work, you've got to have the force word appearing more than once on the list. And even though it's a double-sided list, it's still going to appear multiple times. And I said if somebody looks at the list, even though it's not appearing all of the time, it's only appearing certain times, people are going to pick up on that. The second issue that I had with it is it was very procedural. In order to get to the point where you're getting somebody to pick a song, first of all, you got them to think of a 2-digit number. You've got to insist that both digits are different and that they don't think of a digit with a 0. Then you've got to tell them to take those 2 digits and add them together, then take that total and take it away from the first number. And then they've got to take that number and they've got to look it up on a list. There's a lot going on when it could very simply be, here's a list, think of a number, think of a song, let's do this. But I wanted to know whether I was right or wrong. So I did it on the mat test, and I put together a presentation for it because what I want to do is I want to give every trick that I perform in a test environment, whether it would be a review show revisited or a mat test. I want to give it the best possible chance of survival. So I put a routine together for it, and I actually thought about using the hook line of music because Matt is a musician. He plays in a rock band. So I thought that would be an interesting hook. So I put a presentation together for it and I showed it to Matt. I fully expected Matt to not like it. I thought Matt would, I thought I knew Matt well enough to know whether he would like the trick or not. And I've performed enough magic for him to know that he wasn't really going to like this one. I thought this was in the bag. In the past, I've showed him tricks that I haven't liked and he's loved them. I've showed him tricks that I love and he's not liked them. But I thought I had this one in the bag. I was wrong. I was very wrong. This is what happened when I showed him Sound Waves by Jay Sankey. I'm here with Matt.
All right.
How you doing, Matt? You all right?
I'm good, man.
Good stuff. So, Matt, you're going to help me with the trick.
Okay.
And a lot of people that are watching this probably don't realise this, but for many, many years, you have been a musician. Lead singer in a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, very successful band. Headlined festivals and Glastonbury you did, didn't you?
We didn't do Glastonbury. We've done a few bits and bobs. We've toured and we've been on the TV and the radio and stuff.
So you're a musician, amongst other things, many talents. So you like music, right?
I do. I love music, yeah.
So we're going to do something with music. I've got something in my pocket which I'm going to show you in a bit. I ripped it out of a magazine. It's kind of an interesting thing, and you'll see why in a minute. But
Okay.
It's basically a list of songs, and there's 100 songs on there. It's apparently the 100 best songs of all time.
A music trick.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly. So what I want you to do, we're going to completely randomise this. I want you to think of a 2-digit number, but I want you to make both digits different.
Okay.
And don't do any zeros. Everyone always does zeros, and it's a bit boring. So 2-digit number, both digits different.
Okay.
Now, maybe somehow I could predict what number you're thinking of. Like maybe you've put on Facebook what your lucky number is, or maybe you're going to use like some information that I could get off you if I did some serious Facebook stalking. So instead, we're going to try and randomize it and help you come up with a number that you didn't even know you were going to be coming up with before you came up with a number in the first place. In other words, it's going to go like this. You're thinking of a 2-digit number.
Yeah.
That's made up of 2 digits.
Yeah.
Add those 2 digits together. So for example, if you were thinking of 12, you'd add 1 and 2 together and get 3.
Okay.
And take that number away from the original number.
Oh, God. Maths.
So 12 away, 3 away from 12
it.
would be...
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it? You got another number.
Yeah.
No one could have known that number. You couldn't have known that number because that was a number that you didn't even know even before you knew the number. Now, like I said, no idea. I've got this list of songs here. I got it from a glossy magazine, one of Sarah's. She's into this sort of stuff. And I ripped just this bit out. It's the top 100 songs of all time. The first 1 to 50 are here. The second 51 to 100 are here.
I feel like I'm going to beg to differ, but okay.
Okay, well, number 1 is Beautiful People by Ed Sheeran.
I mean, that's wrong, but okay.
Number 2 is Where You At by Future.
I've never even heard of that.
So,
worryingly, in the top 10, there's 3 Ed Sheeran songs.
I mean, he's good.
10 is Jonas Brothers.
I mean, you need to get a new magazine.
Look at you.
Jonas Brothers are in the top 10 of best songs ever written. That list is bullshit. Fact. That list is bullshit.
Have a look up your number and see. Don't say it out loud, but you got it?
I mean, based on my number, I feel like I want to change it.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, there's no way I can know the number.
No.
If I asked you to sing that song now, could you? I'm not going to ask you
I
to.
don't think so.
But you know the song.
I know it. I've heard it.
Okay, you've heard it.
Unfortunately.
You've heard it. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to kind of sing it in your head. So I'm not going to ask you to sing it out loud, but sing it in your head.
Okay, good, because I haven't done my warm-ups.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You're singing it right now, aren't you? Hang on, let me just... Okay, sing it louder. In your head, obviously. Louder. Scream it. I want you to imagine that you're on stage.
Yeah.
The biggest gig you've ever done.
Yeah.
Everybody in the audience is here to see you. And you're opening your set with this song.
I would never... That would have been the end of my career.
So you walk out on stage, right?
Yeah.
And you go, good evening! And you're getting all excited and you're hyping them up and you go, we know why you're all here! And then you start singing this song, okay? Oh, I've got it.
It's like a nightmare going on in my head.
I've got it. Why am I saying meat? What the hell? You thinking meat? Oh, this is meat dress? Dress? You're wearing a dress made out of meat?
What?
what song is this?
I've got it. You're thinking of Lady Gaga.
What the... How?
You're thinking of Lady Gaga. You're thinking of Poker Face.
Yeah.
There you go. Direct into your brain.
No, because like he didn't actually do anything.
You didn't tell him what the number was?
I didn't tell him what the number... Did I tell you what the number was?
No. You haven't said it out loud or anything.
I haven't said the number out loud.
No.
No.
So what do you think?
I'm confused because of
Standing up.
imagining singing that song in front of people in a hard rock band. Would have been...
It's not the worst song in the world.
I mean, we used to do Uptown Funk as a joke, and it stuck. But I didn't say it out loud. I didn't say the number.
100% didn't say it loud. I don't know it, he don't know it, people at home don't know it.
So yeah, so is that to do with the maths?
Gosh, me. I was just about past maths.
I think you just need to sing the number out loud.
I was just about past maths. 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 I was just about past maths
Would it be the same? We got. Hold on, I'm just trying to work it out in my head. But the number because I picked a random number which you didn't know. So if like okay, and then what was it? Add them together and then minus whatever that is from. So if I'd have picked a different number, add them together. No, it wouldn't have worked.
So it's random then?
So it wouldn't have been that. It wouldn't have landed on that. If it was two different numbers. Fuck knows.
You like it?
I love it.
I'm really surprised. I wasn't too keen on this.
I love it because I don't know. I think it's the whole music thing, and it relates to me. And it's if you found somebody that was a musician, you could have like good fun with them with that.
That's why I love these Mac tests because I gave this a really bad review.
Did you?
Genuinely didn't like it.
I don't know how it's done.
I'll tell you why I didn't like it, and tell me if maybe I'm completely off base here.
You need a new list. But other than that,
well, I felt it was too procedural. Like, think of a number. It's both numbers have got to be different. You can't have a 0 in it. Now you've got to take those numbers, add them together. Now take that number away from the original number. It's like, if you could really think of any number on this list, why not just have me think of a number? That was my thought process behind it as to why I didn't like it. It felt too procedural. Did you not think that was an issue? Or did you feel like I was making it even more random?
Yeah, I feel like it's making it more random, and like I think because because of the conversation, you made it fun.
Yeah.
Because I was in a band.
Yeah.
So you're like, and I was in a rock band.
Yeah.
So you're like, imagine singing this song on stage. So then I'm thinking about, I'm not even thinking about the trick. I'm thinking about standing on stage in front of 10,000 people, which was the biggest gig that I did, and singing that fucking song. So it's like the whole, I think with me personally, that kind of trick, that with music and stuff.
But maybe there's a lesson there. Maybe there's a lesson there that, you've got to make your performances relatable, and you've got to relate it to, you've got to figure out what it is that your spectators are into and relate the tricks to
like
that.
if that, I mean, it's a list of 100 songs. If it was a list of 100 something else that I wasn't at all interested in, I don't think I'd have been as interested in the trick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, you can't. It's quite niche in that respect.
But a lot of people like music.
Everyone likes music, 100%. But I mean, you could relate that to me really easily because you were like, imagine standing on stage and singing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was always going to be funny because I would imagine that none of the songs on this list are songs that I would ever actually sung.
I don't think so.
There's no way they're the top 100 songs on the planet. It's
No,
just,
I don't think so. No,
you could have a top 1,000 songs on the planet and the Jonas Brothers wouldn't be in it at all, never mind at number 10. So, but because of that, you could make it funny and it was relatable.
I notice a lot of the time with the Mac tests, you're always trying to pick stuff up and examine stuff.
Yeah.
You haven't even wanted to pick this up.
Well, no, I looked when I had it.
Is that because you looked at it? Is that because I gave it you? And
You gave it me and I looked at
and
it.
you were just like, oh, yeah.
And I looked at front and back.
Yeah.
And there is 100 songs on there.
Yeah.
And from what I saw, they're all different.
Okay.
Is that not true?
Yeah, no.
Can I look at it again now?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they are all different. Justin Bieber. What's number 50? 100. Hello by Adele.
Hello.
I mean, the chick can sing.
Yes, you can. Never even heard of half of these.
No. But yeah, I think for me personally, that trick works really well because I've been in bands and stuff my whole life, and it's relatable, and we made it funny and blah blah blah, blah.
And you don't think that it's too procedural because I'm getting you to you think that randomises it up a bit, and as long as you make it entertaining, it's not really too much of an issue. I mean, because all you need is this, and you're ready to perform. So you can have this just in your wallet or in your pocket, and you're ready to go.
You gave me that list, right? So, as somebody looking from the outside into this trick, you could very easily memorize that list.
Yes.
So you could already know every song that's on that list.
Yes.
So by getting me to just go, I just pick a number.
Yeah.
I would imagine it would be easier for you to be able to.
But by doing it the way we did it, it makes it really random, and you never told me the number in the first place.
Yeah, take the number, turn it around, add it together, minus it off the original number.
Yeah.
It does seem like a very random kind of. Is it the same thing every time?
Same.
The mathematical procedure.
Yeah.
Is that the same every time?
Yeah.
So that can't come to the. Can that come to the same conclusion every time?
No, because it could literally be one number different, 10 number different.
I've just done it with a different number and it came to a different thing.
Exactly.
So it can't if it's the same mathematical procedure every time, it's going to land on a different number every time.
What was the number you picked?
54.
And what did you do with that?
Turned it, added them together, which is 9, and then minus them away from the original number, which is 45.
Okay, so if I'd said 21,
so that'd be like 3
took that off.
Minus that, it would have been 18.
Yeah,
so it's different every time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it is randomising it by doing that mathematical procedure at the start.
Exactly.
And then it just knew.
So you like it?
I don't see how it's possible. And if I don't see how it's possible, then it's a good trick, isn't it?
It's a good trick, right?
Like, I've got nothing.
I think I need to apologise to Jay Sankey then, because I said that.
I think you do. Do it now.
I said this was a bag of shit.
Do it now.
Apparently I'm wrong, Jay. Apparently I'm wrong.
I love it, Jay. I think it's a great trick. I like it.
You are a bull Canadian god of magic again. You know, I obviously misjudged him.
I don't understand it. I don't know how it's done.
Yeah.
It's a simple mathematical procedure based on a decision that you didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what number I've picked.
No.
Based on what I'm looking at, you could determine that it's either in the first 50 or the second 50.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at both sides.
Mm-hmm.
On purpose.
There you go.
I genuinely don't get it. I don't understand how it works.
There you go. Well done, Jay Sankey.
I feel like I'm missing something. If you didn't like it, I feel like I'm missing something.
No, I mean, seriously, my points were that I felt it was too procedural. But if you didn't think it was, and it felt like maybe I missed the mark on this one, maybe it was that, and that's why I like doing these math tests, because sometimes I'll come in with stuff that I love, and you go, well, actually, that's not very good, and I'll come in with stuff that I'm not too keen on, and you'll go, well, actually, that's really good, and this is why.
Well, it gets you doing stuff, doesn't it?
It helps me learn.
It's not just having a magician standing in front of you going, do this, and this, and like telling you stuff. Yeah. You've got to work it out in your head.
Yeah.
Which brings you into being part of the trick.
Yeah.
Because you're doing something yourself.
Yeah. I like that.
I think that's important with a lot of tricks. To actually get the person interacting and doing stuff with you. The lot of the tricks that you've shown me, and that we've done on film and not on film, and in the office and in the street and in a pub or wherever, a lot of the ones that stick in your head are ones that you've got me to do something with. Like looks, writing that thing on my back of my hand and actually having something on your skin. That's never going to go away, that trick. I love that, and it's always going to be there because it was something that was actually physically on me.
Yeah.
And like doing something in your own head, and you've got to concentrate, and when you're concentrating on something and you're trying to work something out, when maths is thrust upon you and you're not expecting it, and you have to try and work it out under pressure, that's the kind of thing that sticks with you, I think.
That's brilliant.
Interactivity is good.
Just so you know, Matt will be lecturing at Blackpool next year.
I will not be.
On the importance of making a performance impactful to the spectator.
Matt, can you give me a VIP ticket?
I will not be. I will not be doing that. I will not be.
So, colour me surprised, like absolutely flabbergasted. I did not expect that. He loved it. In fact, it's a few hours removed since I filmed that, because I filmed it first thing in the morning, and it's now the afternoon. It's late afternoon. And he's just going on about it. He's just going on about it again and again and again. He doesn't normally do that, but he's speaking to everyone else in the office, all the other staff, and he's saying about how great this trick was. Now, that really surprises me because of a couple of different reasons. Like, Matt's very grabby. He wants to examine stuff all of the time because he's trying to figure it out. He wants to try and figure it out. So he's very grabby. He's always looking at stuff, and he had no intention of picking up that thing at the magazine. And the reason is he looked at it. So he felt that he's examined it. And even when he took it back off me and looked at it again, he didn't perceive that there were any duplications, even though the song was duplicated throughout at various different points. He didn't pick up on that, and he was staring at it. And I really thought that he would, and he didn't. And then he didn't think that the procedure was an issue. He actually thought it randomized it even more. And you saw him trying to work it out. You were like, okay, if I take these two, it'd be a different number, so that wouldn't work, and that wouldn't work, and that wouldn't work. Mate, you know what? I have to say to Jay Sankey, I still am not going to perform this because it's too similar to gossip. I much prefer gossip for various different reasons that I'm not going to get into here. But I have to be honest, this played a hell of a lot better than I thought it would. I thought this would just bomb, and it hasn't. From Matt's point of view, he had a free choice of song. He didn't write anything down. He didn't say anything. He didn't tell me the number. You just watched his reaction. He mentioned over and over again, you didn't tell me the number. I didn't tell you the number. I didn't tell you the number. That's part of one of the things that confused him so much. He didn't tell me the number. And yet, even with all of that in place, I was immediately able to tell him exactly what it was that he was going to be thinking of. So, you know, he made a very good point in the Matt test. He actually made a really good point, and he said, you know, sometimes it's about the impact on the audience, and it's about making the trick relatable and taking a trick and actually making it so that the audience can relate to it. And he's absolutely right. He's 100% correct. And yeah, I mean, I gave it 20%. This isn't a review show revisited, but I'm going to say to everybody watching this, you know, it's obviously a lot better than I thought it was. It's obviously a lot better than I thought it was, because Matt, although a spectator that's always very impressed, he's also the sort of person that if he perceives a problem with the trick, he's going to pull you up on it. And he didn't see an issue with this at all. So, yeah, I mean, Jay, if you're watching this, and I don't know if you are or not, sound waves, man, it obviously plays a lot bigger and a lot better than I thought it would. There's a lesson to be learnt there. Sometimes we should, and I've talked about this before on the channel, but maybe I overlooked it in this case, which is, it's not about the methodology behind the trick, it's about the impact that you have on the audience. I thought that the whole thing was convoluted and wouldn't play because it was so convoluted. Looks like I was completely wrong. So congratulations to Jay Sankey. Congratulations on the success of sound waves. It has absolutely passed the Matt test. So there you go, guys. That's another Matt test in the bag, as Rylan would say. Thank you once again for joining me right here on Magic TV. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with a ton of new videos. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps when you subscribe to the channel, so please do that. That would be amazing. We've got big goals to hit on this channel, and you can help us. And if you haven't already done so, please check out the NETRIX. It's www.thenetrix.com. You can access immediately, cancel anytime, and you can get access to a massively increasing library of tricks. And we are putting so much time and effort into it to make it even better than it is right now. Every day in every way, we're improving every part of it and making it as far as we can consider and damn near perfect. So check it out if you want to. We're going to be back again tomorrow with a load more videos. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.